What's going on, people? This is the Tenchi.
Yeah, I'm MG.
And today we're going to be reviewing the first episode of the new volume
RWBY.
of RWBY from Rooster Teeth. Sorry, I got a little tongue-tied. Now, my brother from another mother, Najita,
July, but yeah.
in early July, you got to see the premiere of RWBY before everyone else. Tell us about your RTX experience.
Long lines, the line for RWBY in particular, to see that firsthand before yesterday, was the line started at 9:30 in the morning, and the panel didn't start until 1 in the afternoon, and I was there for its entirety.
And you enjoyed every minute of it, didn't you?
The line? No.
Who enjoys lines?
You've
been to cons before. Who enjoys lines? But
yeah.
was it worth it?
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. The main four voice actors, they were in their cosplay of the characters that they did.
They were in their cosplay. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous at all. I swear. Oh, man, and it was the first time you've ever been to Texas. So what was that like?
It was pretty good. Texas is really nice. I would go to Texas again.
You would all go back again?
Really good.
Oh, man. Big ups to Rooster Teeth for that. So anyway, we're going to be talking about RWBY. What did you think of the premiere episode since you saw it before everyone else who was not a sponsor or not
able to go to RTX or be able to get into that line? Because you had to get in that line pretty early. That's one of the first things I found out going to RTX for the first time. Get in the lines early. But it was actually pretty good. I got a really good seat to see the screening. I was able to see everything fine. No one's big head was in my way because that would have been annoying. But it was actually pretty good. It was an enjoyable experience. Got to find out some behind the scene things,
which we will talk about during this video.
All
right. So me being a regular watcher, got to see it yesterday, courtesy of my boy Navjita, because he's a sponsor. So we got to see it as it came out. So I'm just gonna run down what I like about it so far. First off, the animation. Animation improved. Very nicely.
Mostly because the program they use improved, so
it's updated. So
if they're able to adapt with it, so that might happen from time to time.
The colors are nice, the scenery is nice, the
lighting is nice.
The lighting is nice, and you see background characters instead of shadowy people. So that really that's a plus. That's a big plus. And it starts off with the shopkeeper again. That's funny.
Yeah, reopening. I wonder where he got the money to refill his store.
That's a good freaking question. You think he had insurance?
Hopefully.
I would think you would need insurance in that world. Like, crazy big
now you need insurance.
Alright. So another thing is we're introduced to 3 new characters, actually. So, let me just run down the names before I forget them again.
We got Emerald, Mercury, and Neptune.
Emerald, she looks nice. I mean, she looked like she just stepped out of an RPG, but she looks really nice. That's another thing. This whole thing looks like a game. Always has to me.
They are making a game.
Then they are making a game. So
that was one of the first announcements that we got to review. That they required the fan that was making the game, and it was like, well, let's hire him and actually help him do justice. And
now, is this going to be...
So now Rooster Teeth are technically game developers.
So is this going to be...
Game developers, show developers, and movie pretty soon. We're not on about that. We're talking more about RWBY.
Yeah, but still, shouts out to everyone involved. Is the game going to be console or strictly PC?
I forgot the small details on that, but they're going to try to get it to as many platforms as they can. It's really hard to develop for multiple platforms, but let's try to talk more about the show and less about the game.
All right, so getting back to the show, Mercury, I can't really say much about him except he can kick really hard and he likes pictures. He likes pictures and books. Still not clear as to why they were fighting with the guy in the.
They explained that. Did you fall asleep during that part?
No, I didn't fall asleep.
I guess he had some connections to the White Fang.
Yeah, some connections to the White Fang.
And he was planning to skip down, and they didn't want him to skip down, so they dealt with him.
So what exactly is he? We know he's a Faunus, but what is he?
What, Faunus?
Yes.
He was probably part or a supporter, but he decided. I guess he was trying to back out.
No, I mean, what kind of faunus is he?
I don't know, probably like. Well, they already made the joke, kind of like a cat, maybe a puma. Kind of actually reminded me of like Sabretooth.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking at first. Yeah, the sideburns and everything.
Sideways and claws.
That's crazy. Okay, all right. So, let's just get. All right, I just want to skip it, like skip to one thing.
Yeah.
Cinder, the
Cinderfall.
Cinderfall, the main villain, and this voiced by cosplayer in very nice Jessica Negri. How do you think she did in this first episode?
So she did pretty good. I like the performance I saw so far. We're definitely going to see more as the volume or season goes along, but it'll be interesting to see.
She didn't really have money. She didn't really have
right now.
many
That's
lines.
just the first episode.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, you can only do so much in 14 minutes, which they did not waste any time at all. I don't think so. But I think she did. I think she did a good job. And Torchwick is back. What do you think about Torchwick?
Torchwick, one of my favorite villains in that franchise right now. Let's see how it plays out. How this story plays out as we get introduced to other villains. We also might see some return.
We might see some return
from the trailer.
We might see some returns from
precisely the yellow trailer
from the
Junior.
Oh man, okay. I'm waiting to see what the heck his story is. Actually, a lot of people like that dude. What was his name? Neptune.
Yep.
What the heck? What was his story? He was the one anime character that wears goggles. There's got to be at least one or more anime characters that wear goggles in at least 1 or 2 episodes. And he just seemed like the pretty boy to me because, ping! What was all that about?
His character looks like it's going to have an interesting development as well.
And he knows Sun, so I'm guessing they go way back.
Quite possibly.
And yeah, it's interesting. They subtly introduce these characters. I'm wondering what the heck his story is because they didn't really say much. That food fight.
Whole new meaning to food fight.
That epic food fight between Team RWBY and Team Juniper. That is so Montione. That's his signature style. Turning the food into their weapons, obviously referencing their own weapons. I thought that was a pretty good thing, even though I have to confess something. I did not get the chicken gauntlets right away. I didn't get that right away. It didn't hit me
until Nora attached the pipe to a war villain.
Yes, started using that as her hammer, and then I got it. I'm like, oh, I see what they're doing now. That first one went right over my head, and I didn't get it until the fight was almost over. So, okay. Yeah, blind moment. This first episode, I think, started off with a bang.
Or a yang.
They're
putting the pun personality from the voice actor.
No, you did.
No, that's what they're doing. That's her personality, and that's what we're incorporating into that character.
Okay, all right. It's goofy, but I like it. And it may sound like we're just straight up praising this first episode. Well, basically, I am. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
See, it has thievery, foods, turkey. What's that to like?
Well, I didn't see much dessert.
So like soda and like watermelon and stuff.
What was this soda? You mentioned something about that little Easter egg.
It was an Easter egg from like a podcast and a T-shirt. People like grapes.